Hi, everybody. Welcome. We're going to get started in just a few seconds. All right, and those few seconds are now here. Let's go ahead and jump in to today's activity. So today I'm going to be showing you how to take a look and create the Pear Deck activity. So in the previous video, we went over how to go through and have a STEAM-based lesson. And now I'm not going to show you that video all over again, but I will show you the behind the scenes of what it looks like. Okay. So one of the things I'm going to do is just share with you my entire screen. That way you'll be able to see everything. You won't be able to hear the videos that are in there, but we don't need to see the videos anyway. All right. So I'm going to click share screen, entire screen. If you're ever using Zoom, that is what it looks like. I'm not using Zoom today to do this, but nonetheless. So I know it looks a little overwhelming, but I'm going to go ahead and jump right in here. That way you can see this, and that should look a little bit better. All right, so we're going to go into the Drive. So I just like to go straight to drive.google.com, or you can also go to slides.google.com. This will allow you to pull up your specific or your different Pear Deck activities that you are going to do. So I always start off with oh look, this is from last year. So let's use this one. So you can pull up any Pear Deck, I keep saying Pear Deck, any slideshow presentation that you already have. And I'm going to show you how to make it interactive. So let's go. First thing I'm going to do is share this with my other account. So let me do that briefly. And then I want to join back in with this one. That's going to give me a little bit more authority over what exactly it is that I want to do. All right, so I'm just signing in. You can do that as well. Share it with any personal accounts that you have. If you're working on this for a school account, you can log into that at this time. So you're going to hear me typing in everything because I want to walk you through this in real time. Okay. I literally want you to walk through this with me. Okay. So here we go. We're now opening it up. Okay, awesome. So now I'm ready to go back to this other screen here. And I'm just going to X out and share it with you. So again, I said this in a previous video. There's two type of people who are presenting. There's the type that will talk to you through the whole thing, and that's me. So let's go. Okay, so where it says the science lab, this is a this is a slideshow that I've already created. Actually, this is what I used last year when I was site coordinator for the virtual aspects of YES. Okay, so here we go. This is the first thing. It says the science lab, and of course, what you have on here is completely up to you. Once again, I just built a traditional slideshow presentation that I would show at the beginning of the day as the opening program for all students. I'd like to gather them into our virtual assembly room and just go through some different expectations that we will have going on. So today's purpose is I want to show you how to take this and make it even more interactive, something very similar to what you saw in the Pear Deck presentation that you should have completed for yesterday's lesson. All right, so here we go. We are going to first need to add the add-on for Pear Deck, all right? So right here where it says get add-ons, I'm going to slide. I'm going to make this as large as I possibly can. Okay, so my mouse is dancing around, and I'm going to go File, and then I'm going to go all the way over to Add-ons, and then I'm going to select Get Add-ons. Now a variety of different workspace marketplace tools will come up. So these are apps that can be used directly with your slides to improve your productivity. So Pear Deck is already installed in mine, but it may not be already installed in yours. So let's go through and let's add in Pear Deck, and it should come up Pear Deck for Google Slides. Boom. This is the one we want. You're going to click here to add and install. So make sure you do that. Follow the prompts that it gives you, read it very carefully, and then you will have Pear Deck installed onto your Google Slideshow. All right, so the next time you click add-ons, it's going to be there for you. You can pause and do that at this time, or you can watch it once through and then go back in. And when you're ready to dig into that after you've digested what you've seen, go ahead and do it. So how you want to flow through this is completely up to you. This is one of the reasons why I do like asynchronous lessons, because you can pause, paste, and go as slow as you want to or as quickly as you want to. If you already know something, you can skip ahead. I'm okay with that. All right, so where it says open Pear Deck add-on, that is what we are going to do. We know social emotional learning is very important. Thank you for those of you that have already done the social emotional learning video or presentation that was sent out to you, or rather professional development. Now, one of the things I like to do is go ahead and use some pre-made things. I'm going to go through the Pear Deck window for you on the side here. It pops up on the right side, and it says you can start your lesson. You can use, it gives you some different things to use for the power-ups. Oh, that's cool. I never even did that before. Use template library. Oh, yes, that is where we are going to go. And also we're going to use this section down here that says ask students a question. We have text, choice, number, website, draw, draggable. These are going to be your interactive tools that are going to make your lessons stand out and make them even more interactive for your students. It's excellent for you to be up there at the board, giving the lessons and using the technology. And we're just going to take it a step further and allow the students to be using the technology to gain their own knowledge as well. Let's do that. All right, so here we go. Start lesson. And you can choose whether or not you want this to be student paced or instructor paced. When I am facing students, I like for it to be instructor paced. That way they know exactly where we are. Sometimes they get a little frustrated, like, I can't go on. And I'm like, I know you can't go on. I'm not ready for you to go on yet. And they'll be okay. So what I do, if it is asynchronous or if it's a homework assignment, or maybe you are doing a flip model for your classroom, you can do student paced. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to select student paced. And it's okay if you select the wrong one. It's completely fine. It looks the same. It just doesn't look the same for the students. It looks the same on your end. Okay, so this is great. And it's going to say, do you want to go to the teacher dashboard? You can select yes, but also want to point out these things here as well. It says copy to join link, and then also it shares directly to your Google Classroom. We know Canvas is coming. It's here, really. And so what you're going to need to do is share this, copy and join the link, and then you can paste it wherever you want. You may be using ClassDojo. You can paste this directly into ClassDojo as well. All right. So it says go to student dashboard. I thought about all the different things that we could use too, aside from ClassDojo, because we know there's a lot out there. So this will allow you to view things in real time and also allow you to skip through. And wherever you click, if you're doing teacher pace, your students will see it. And students will be able to go through this at their own pace. Now, I want to point out that I did not make this interactive yet. This is just like a regular slideshow presentation where your students will be able to view exactly what it is that you want them to view. But let's take it up a notch. Okay, part 2, level up. All right. We're going to go through and we're going to go to the template library. I think this is so important. I'm going to scroll down. There's a lot you can do. And we talked about how to have your lessons fill up the entire space. Well, this is what you can use, ladies and gentlemen. There are pre-made templates in here where all you need to do, you can really use them as is, or you can go in and tweak them. So let's look at some things that they can do in the beginning of the lesson. as they get settled in, this will drop the new slide right there that is already done. See, look, that's what I mean about it. Something that can already be done for you. It's already done for you. Now, if you want to change it, just go in. You can edit anything with words here. Go in, make it your own. Just double click, take this away, put it back if you want to. And then the students will have a little box that will pop up and it will allow them to type in their own response. And the response will be to this question here. Okay, so you just want to type in your response there. All right, let's keep going and take a look at some other options that we can have. On the side here, I'm going to make it large so that I don't have to insert it because you know it's going to slow down the computer every time I do that. All right, so what did you learn from the homework? That could be a question. Then this one lets them draw or type 2 things you already know about today's topic. Great way to get your lesson started, get those students instantly engaged, wake up those brains, help them transition from class to class. Okay, this is cool. Think of a question your classmates might ask. So these are just going to be the slides that you can use at the beginning of your lesson. All right, there's also some that you can use during the lesson, end of lesson, reflection, and tickets. I wanted to jump down here to this one. Please go through. You can find something that you would like to use. These are social emotional learning slides that you can use. I use this one this summer with adults. As they come in, let's just take a moment of silence and clear our minds and clear our brains and just, you never know what happened in that last class they went to. Maybe they just were yelled out. Maybe they got into an argument. Maybe they got a text message. Maybe they got something that has just thrown them completely off. So sometimes it's important to allow them that moment to just hit the reset button, come in fresh, and do so. Also, what's filling your bucket today and what's draining it? You know, that book, What's in Your Bucket? That's what this is basically coming from. So you could even spin off and read that book if you wanted to. There's so many different things that you can do, but this allows students to really jump in and be engaged. And once you do this, this takes away or this adds to your classroom environment because instead of having those same 1 or 2 students talk, everybody's filling in. You're going to find that and you are able to keep track of it. This is why I found it to be so beneficial because when I was doing it live, it literally goes in and it shows you how many students are logged in at the same time. So you can look at the bottom of your screen and you can say, all right, well, I know there are 28 students in this class, but 12 are logged in. I need the rest of the 16 people to get logged in at this time. And they're like, oh. And then I'll go through and I'll start thanking the students who are logged in. And then the other few, they'll get on board too. And it works. This works whether you're virtual or in person. I've done it in both. And let me tell you, it works. And each year I taught over 300 students this. So let me tell you that when I say it is tried and true, it is tried and true and it does work. And this was with middle school students and 6th graders too, 6th through 8th graders. So there we go. Let's go on. There's so many different things that you can do and add in. Really, the more you get acquainted with this, the easier it becomes. So you can go through. Once again, you can add your regular presentations like normal. I like to zhuzh mine up a little bit because my team last year called me extra, and I'm okay with that. I like being a little extra. So what I would do is I would embed videos into YouTube videos into the presentations so that the students could have it. In the last video, I mentioned art hubs. We were talking about carbon dioxide, and I was really trying to find a picture about carbon dioxide, that they could draw. So the best thing I could come up with was a soda bottle. Probably should have consulted the real art teacher about that, but there you go. So to create this, I just added a quick little background. Then I selected choose image and then Google image search. And then I just wanted a desktop. You can type in desktop background, but be aware that it may also give you a computer desktop background. So if you want like a paper and pen, the more specific you get, the better it would be. Okay, so just think about that as well. So you can type that in, go ahead and choose one that you want. Or if you're like, nope, too much, that's fine too. You can go in insert and just select video. And honestly, you can type it right here. Art Kids Hub drawing. And I'm just typing in drawing, but maybe you're not doing drawing. Maybe you're doing community. I know I saw that as I was observing some different lessons. Maybe you're doing math. Maybe you're doing reading, blends, whatever it is that you're doing, you can incorporate this into your presentation just by clicking on it, selecting it, and then there you go. It's right there for you. And I know there's so many different topics that we're doing. And I just wanted to say that this video is not going to be long. I just wanted to go in and share with you some different ways that you can go through and then view your student work. Okay. All right. So let's go through this, and I want you to see what it looks like from the teacher side. So I'm going to actually go into Pear Deck one more time, but I'm going to let you take a peek into some of the ones what it looks like from the teacher's perspective. So to see your students' work, you just go ahead to teacher login, and then you can log in right there. All right, so we're going to scroll down. I always do that. We're going to scroll right over to sessions, and then you're going to see that there's several different sessions and activities where you can go in and then view your students' work. So I'm going to go through just to a presentation that I just did this summer with some teachers. And when you go into classroom view, it's going to give you the projector. And then, like I said, you can tell who's connected. Now this presentation is over, so there's not going to be anyone in there. You can invite the class, give the students the link, or click Open Teacher Dashboard. I'm going to click Open Teacher Dashboard. And right in here, you are able to see students' work. Now, this one was not one that I went all the way into. In fact, this was just a demo instruction one. So you're going to see that this is it right here. And it says, did you find this recap informative? And you're able just to go through and literally see who responded where. There's a different ways that you can view the responses. You can view them in grid format. So as the students come in, they're able to view it, or you can view it in layers, and that will put it right over top of each other. All right, so that's just an example of what it looks like. And that is how you also will get your scores if it is something that you are grading, or you can keep up with students. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. I know that was pretty quick and pretty intensive for somebody if you have never used it before, but please know that it is here for you, as I am as well. And if you have any questions, please let us know. We'll definitely be able to assist you. I'm going to drop the link for your attendance, so that way you are able to receive credit for this Pear Deck presentation, or this PD. It's going to be embedded directly into your form that is going to be shared with you. All right, I'm so looking forward to seeing your responses. Please let us know. As always, there's going to be one final comment on here. There's going to be a question. What's your question? That way we'll be able to assist you as needed. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for joining us. Bye-bye.